I've seen the guys come in and grab their money and try to get out of here, while guys like me stayed loyal to this company and watch it grow, because one day we knew it was going to be our turn, and right now is my turn. That victory was a little bittersweet. Robert Roode, you're my best friend in the whole world, but this right here belongs to you. Everybody who saw Bound for Glory knows it, that you were screwed out of your chance of your dream.
I trained harder than ever. I prepared harder than ever. I went out there. I gave it 130%, 150%. I did what I could do, and I failed.
How about I give you the first crack at this big piece of gold right here I call a belt buckle? We're still beer money. It doesn't matter that I'm the world heavyweight champion. We are still beer money. We're the greatest tag team in the world, and that's never going to end.
Right here in this ring, we're going to have a match to determine the #1 contender for the world title. In one corner, it's going to be you, Joe. And in the other corner, it's going to be you, Bobby Roode. The winner of this match is going to go on to face James Storm for the world title next week when we take the show to Macon, Georgia.
To beat Samoa Joe, I have another opportunity to live my dream and become a #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Bridging suplex and got him! What a courageous effort by Bobby Roode in becoming the #1 contender. I can't wait. Bobby Roode, James Storm, World Heavyweight title. Tonight, Impact Wrestling is on the road. We're in Macon, the heart of Georgia, for the first title defense of new world champion James Storm against his longtime beer money tag team partner, Bobby Roode.
Sorry about your damn luck.
It was 2 weeks ago tonight when Cowboy James Storm caught Kurt Angle with the last call super kick to capture the World Heavyweight Championship. And Storm, in his first ever world title match, capitalized on his chance. He pinned the Olympic gold medalist. Tonight, it's James Storm's first bout as a champion, and his opponent is very familiar to the Cowboy.
Oh, there's no doubt. I'd like to quickly, Mike, touch on that kick you're talking about that just cost Kurt Angle that championship. I'll tell you, we've seen that last call super kick by James Storm many times. You more than me. That thing hits the bone. But Kurt Angle was dropped. And I'm still in shock that James Storm is the man, the World Heavyweight Champion.
Great reaction for the new world champ here in Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia! Is there any beer drinkers in this place tonight? You know, growing up in the South, you kind of learn things when you're a little boy that make you a better man in real life, make you a real man. Like in the South, we say, yes, ma'am, and no, sir. We treat everybody, no matter what walk of life they come from, with respect. And no matter what, if somebody disses the red, white, and blue, you beat the hell out of them till every little breath is out of them. And another little thing, it never hurt to open the door for a lady. I kind of learned that. You know, in this life, you only get one go-around, and what you do with it is up to you. Now, old Cowboy James Storm was sitting back last night and having a few cold ones, and I would think to myself, what the hell are they going to put on my tombstone? And I came up with something. It says, it's going to say son, brother, father, beer drinker, and now world champion. Now I can sit out here and I can say I'm going to be a fighting champion like all these other guys. I can sit out here and say I'm going to be a fighting champion like all these other guys, and I'm going to fight this guy 7 days a week and twice on Sunday, and this guy and that guy. Well, hell, old cowboy James Storm drinks a little too much beer for that. Plus, hell, I like to watch football on Sundays for church. But I've been to every big city, small town, byways, highway, creek beds. It doesn't make a damn, but it all brought me to right here, Macon, Georgia. And there's been one thing that has been by my side the whole way. I've been around the world 6 times, and there's been one thing, one man that's been by my damn side the whole time, and I want to bring him out right now. My tag team partner, Bobby Roode.
By virtue of his victory over Samoa Joe last week right here on Impact Wrestling, Bobby Roode became #1 contender for the world title. You recall back at Bound for Glory, Roode screwed out of the World Heavyweight Championship by Kurt Angle. But thanks to the new authority figure Sting, he sets up the Bobby Roode Samoa Joe match, and Roode gets another chance to challenge for the gold, and it's tonight.
Hell, you been working out a little bit there, boy?
A little bit.
Now, Bobby Roode, it was a couple weeks ago. You called me in the ring and you told me to bring everything I had because you wanted to get ready for Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory. Now, everybody knows, even including me, that you got screwed out of that whole deal. That's a fact. But tonight, like my promise goes, I said I was going to give you the first shot at this world title. Now, I'm telling you, I want you to bring everything you got because I got a little girl at home watching, and she said, Daddy, after we go to Chuck E. Cheese, I want to have that gold belt back around my waist. I said, you got it.
From one father to another, I can respect that. This has been a crazy couple weeks. I mean, it really has, and I've had a chance to think about my career and where we've gotten to. All the success that I've gotten in my career, I owe it to you. Hold on. You know as well as I do, a few years ago, we were both struggling as singles wrestlers in this company. But when we came together and we formed a little tag team, it became an overnight success. And Beer Money became one of the greatest tag teams in the history of this business. It was you that came up with the name. It was you that came up with all the merchandise ideas. It was you that got us over. It was you that brought something out in me that I wasn't able to do on my own. And I want to thank you, James Storm. I want to thank you for giving me a second chance in my career. And when you beat Kurt Angle a couple weeks ago, I got to tell you, I was the happiest man on the planet. I really was. To be able to come out here and celebrate that night with you and share that moment with you was amazing. I got to tell you, I'm proud as hell. You know what? You've been my best friend for 4 years. My tag team partner, you've been like a brother to me. And tonight, you're right. Tonight, I got another opportunity. And opportunities don't come around every day in this business. You know that as well as I do. So you're damn right, I'm going to bring it. Because I know, James Storm, I know you're going to bring it. So I think, I say we do this. Why don't we do what we've been doing for the last 4 years? And that's steal the show. Let's give all these people in Macon, Georgia, exactly what they came here to see. Let's blow the roof off this son of a bitch and have the match of our lives. Because when it's all said and done, whoever the victor is and whoever is holding that world heavyweight title will be known as the better man. And James, you know as well as I do, that's all we've ever wanted. What do you say?
Tonight it's all about the spirit of competition. We are going to find out who the better man is, Storm or Rude.
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up between two best friends, two guys that are like brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike Tenay and Taz welcoming you to Impact Wrestling, where later tonight, new World Heavyweight Champion Cowboy James Storm makes his first title defense. Also tonight, Taz, it's the immortal team of Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray versus Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson.
Well, check this out. Eric Young has a special guest here tonight. It's the one and only Ronnie from MTV's Jersey Shore. My man's going to be here tonight.
In our Impact Wrestling main event, it is Cowboy James Storm defending his newly won World Heavyweight Championship against his longtime Beer Money tag team partner, Bobby Roode. Hey Taz, check this out. Eric Young promised it last week, and he has delivered. His special guest, Ronnie from the Jersey Shore, has arrived with EY.
Jersey in the house!
Our World Heavyweight Championship match, James Storm, Bobby Roode, and still to come. But up next, it's the Knockouts Tag Team titles on the line.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the Knockout Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, accompanied by Karen Jarrett and Tracy Brooks, the team of Gail Kim and Madison Rain.
Can you believe this? The biased Knockouts Vice President Karen Jarrett with her assistant Tracy Brooks to accompany the challengers Gail Kim and Madison Rain for this tag title match.
What do you mean biased? What kind of statement? You can't just give your opinion as fact out here.
Well, think about it. First, Karen gives Gail Kim a knockout singles title match against Velvet Sky at Turning Point.
Right.
And now, Gail Kim, Madison Rain, they get a tag title shot right here on Impact Wrestling tonight.
Well, the vice president of our knockout division, the lovely Karen Jarrett, you see there, in the sequence bright blue dress. She calls the shots in regards to the knockouts. She feels, I guess, like Gail Kim and Madison have earned this opportunity.
Teacher's pets.
Hey, I wouldn't mind being one of the pets. I'm all right. I like pets.
There's on to that.
Oh, pets are good. Pets are nice. You pet them.
And their
Feed them.
opponents, the Knockout Tag
Yeah.
Team Champions, the team of Brooke Tessmacher and Tara.
Champs looking good and red hot.
TNT, Tara Tessmacher. They have dominated the Knockout Tag Team division for nearly 4 months. Since defeating Mexican America back in July, Tara, Brooke, they have turned back all challengers.
I didn't know it said TNT. I thought it just said NT because the team was all the way around by a back. No, but anyway.
That'll happen.
Yeah, this is just... They both are. Look at this. Oh, Captain-esque America. Yeah. America the beautiful. Oh, boy.
Anything for the old red, white, and blue. What an Impact Wrestling broadcast we have in store for you. Not only that,
Texas flag, is that, what is, I'm sorry to interrupt while you're talking. That Brooke Tessmacher, is that an American flag top or like more of a great
Lone Star State?
Lone Star. the great state of Texas, of course. I mean, you know that. I can't just say Texas.
You're kissing up to Keith Mitchell.
Ooh!
Not only Storm and Rude for the World Heavyweight title tonight, but Ronnie from the Jersey Shore. He's going to be here on Impact Wrestling as well.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to see that. Who knows? A special guest of Eric Young is Ronnie of MTV's Jersey Shore. So that's coming up tonight also. But wait a minute now. On half of the Knockout Tag Team Champions, Brooke Tessmacher is chucking Madison Rain now.
Champs in control. Much like they have been of the Knockout Tag Team titles.
Look at that wide base. Hold on, Mike. Look at a wide base.
You were not looking at the wide base.
Oh, I'm looking at the base. Brooke Tessmacher, very good base. And speaking of bases, you know, Tara's got an excellent base here with this double vertical. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, the front suplex, dropping Madison Rain directly down. So far, so good for the champs, cutting off the ring in terms of the offense against Madison Rain. But now, Gail Kim in to go face-to-face with Tara.
Oh, as Gail Kim just exploded on the scene here in Impact Wrestling past several weeks, I'm telling you what, she is just amped up.
Remember, she referred to Tara last week as fresh meat?
Yeah, I know. Tara did not take that comment too lightly. That's pretty obvious. Trying to climb out of the way is Gail. Whoa! Tara is extremely powerful, probably the most powerful knockout on the knockout roster.
Way up into the air with the back body drop. And check out Karen Jarrett, the knockout vice president at ringside. That's the reason why she's biased. Been watching her throughout this match. Ooh!
Cool, it's good coaching.
So coaching, that's my point. How can you coach one team when you're the vice president of the knockouts? Thank you.
The first person that had a conflict of interest in this power position in this business. Let's be honest. Whoa! Oh! Butt to the face. Oh, buddy, look at this.
That's the technical term.
We did not learn that in the dojos in Red Hook. I can promise you that.
I hope not.
At least not during the day. Look at this now. Gail Kim she's not only just very feisty, she's a Hellcat, this one, but she's extremely highly athletic, is Gail Kim.
Totally different attitude than we've ever seen from Gail. Drop down with a neck breaker, follow him with the far leg hook for two.
Yeah, that Gail Kim, definitely, you're right. Total new attitude. She has a big time, a huge chip on her shoulder. You can't really see it, it's a cliche, but
Gail Kim, she's out for Gail Kim.
That's what you should be out for. You should be out for yourself. That's how you succeed in this game.
Brooke Tessmacher trying to get the offense rolling here against Gail Kim, but then Gail just takes her, drives her right back down to the mat again and right in her face.
Gail Kim, there is no confidence problem with Gail Kim. She's a straight-up bad attitude. I love it. It's a new Gail Kim.
First ever knockout champion, and she gets an opportunity to once again hold that championship upcoming November 13 at our Turning Point pay-per-view when she challenges Velvet Sky.
Madison Rain kind of got shucked off right there by Brooke Tessmacher, but here comes Tara.
Yeah, running clotheslines, and now you talked about the power game of Tara. There it is on display.
Ooh, look at that speed built up. How quick that was by Gail Kim. From behind. Oh, that wasn't from behind.
And then the spear by Tessmacher on Gail Kim from the mount. The forearm shots.
Oh, these two ladies are just rolling around and beating the hell out of each other. Madison's in trouble, Mike.
The keep right here.
Sure is.
Perfectly. With Karen Jarrett, the VP of the knockout, screwing up on the apron, distracting the referee, Earl Hebner.
Looks like Tara had herself a victory. Gail Kim. Ooh. We've seen that before out of Gail. Put that boot in the face.
Takes her partner, Madison Rain, puts her on top of Tara. Hebner counts three. We've got new champs.
Your winners and new knockout champions, Gail Kim and Madison Rain.
Wow, congratulations to the new champs. The old champs Dan.
A little bit.
Well, a little
Look
bit.
at this. Look at the post-match celebration for Karen Jarrett.
Well, Karen was just she was a little bit distracting the ref, I guess, but for a lot of it. But no matter what, at the end of the day, we got new knockout tag team champs.
Still have a problem with me calling Karen Jarrett biased?
She might be a little biased. A little bit.
Gail Kim, now one half of the knockout tag team champions, plus she challenges Velvet Sky for the singles title at Turning Point.
I know exactly what my dad wants. He wants the same thing he's always wanted, an apology. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's all it ever's been. Me apologizing, whether I was right or wrong. Tonight, I'm going to give him his apology. One of us has got to be the bigger man. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to man up. I'm going to give him his apology. I'm going to apologize my way.
As we return to Impact Wrestling, Garrett Bischoff, the son of Immortal Boss Eric Bischoff, is in the ring.
You know, the last few weeks they've been pretty crazy. And I never would have thought it would have come down to this between me and my father. It blows my mind. My dad would like an apology. So I came here tonight to do just that. Dad, if you could please come on down so I can apologize face to face.
Well, I guess that Garrett Bischoff has had second thoughts. The former Immortal referee, the son of this man, Eric Bischoff, sounds to me like he wants to make things right with his dad.
You know, saying goes, blood is thicker than water. Let's face it. You know, most of us are raised to respect our parents. And, look, Garrett's dad is Eric Bischoff, and it's that simple. And I can understand how he wants to make amends with his dad and show that respect to his father.
Hi, Dad. I want to apologize face to face.
Say that again.
I want to apologize face to face. I'm sorry that I haven't lived up to your expectations. And I'm sorry that I let you down at Bound for Glory. And I'm really, really sorry that I haven't grown into the man that you wanted me to be.
There's still hope.
But what I'm most sorry about, what I'm really sorry about, is that I didn't do this years ago.
Just punched his father in the face and is repeatedly pounding on his father.
And here comes Immortals, Ric Flair and Gunner. And Garrett Bischoff senses that no chance for him to handle the numbers here, especially in light of what Flair did to him last week on Impact Wrestling. And he bails. Well, can you believe it? Garrett Bischoff dicks his father, Eric, Garrett Bischoff, he does have a mind of his own.
Sting. Listen, everything okay? You need help with anything?
No, everything's good. I mean, ever since we got rid of the stank of Eric Bischoff, everything's been peachy around here. What about with you, Joe?
Listen, I want to come here in person. I wanted to show you my appreciation, my gratitude for the shot that you gave me last week.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, Joseph.
But I also need you to understand that if you think that's going to shut me up, you're sadly mistaken. I mean, I know there's a new sheriff in town, and trust me, I got my eye on you. But if you don't treat me with the respect and dignity that I deserve, well, people around here have a mysterious way of getting hurt. And I'd really, really hate for that to blow back on the new boss. You copy?
Yep, I think I do. If Stinger's not nice to Joe, Joe's going to kill somebody. Copy. Got it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Hey, Sting. Sting, don't go anywhere. Now, Sting, I got a deal for you, man. I got a deal for you. See, we both know that if you could fire me right now, you'd do it that fast,
yes,
right?
Yes, I would. Yep, I would.
But we also both know that you can't. Because before this all went down, we made sure we had ironclad contracts. But I'm going to make you a deal. Since my punk kid continues to embarrass me in national television in the middle of a ring, see, Ric Flair came up with a great idea.
Oh, boy.
Here's the deal.
All right.
We want a match. We want my punk kid in the ring. He wants to prove his manhood. Let him do it in a match. And if you give us that opportunity, I'll give you an opportunity to rewrite my contract. How's that?
To be honest, it's a little bit interesting. So because it's interesting, I'm going to talk to Garrett first before I make a decision on that.
You do that one time only, Sting. One time only.
All right. Okay.
Who do you think he is?
He'll do it.
Huh? He'll have to.
Garrett will do
Garrett
it.
will take that in a minute. He thinks he's on fire.
Punk kid.
Macon, Georgia, Impact Wrestling, where everything is coming up Christopher Daniels. Ever since, I had the change of heart ever since. I decided to put myself first like I should have all those years ago. I've been on a winning streak. I definitively beat AJ Styles. And then I went to Bound for Glory in a match he asked for, an I Quit match, and I beat him again.
Chris, you said I quit and everybody...
Look. I'm not going to argue with you about this. I already told you about the audio tomfoolery, the recording he played over the house speakers. We know for a fact that I did not say I quit. And even so, who walked out on his own power and who got helped out? That's how you know who won a fight. All I'm looking for now is a little bit of recognition from Impact Wrestling. I want my title shots. Where's Eric Young in the TV title? Where's the World Heavyweight title? These are the shots I want because I've been beating everyone. I even beat Rob Van Dam. Last week, I beat Rob Van Dam. Did anybody notice that?
Well, Chris, what's with the screwdriver?
Oh, for crying out loud, the screwdriver. Look, it's not my fault that the ring crew is sloppy. If I fell down and impaled myself on a screwdriver, do you know how many people would be upset? How do you think the ratings would go if Christopher Daniels was hurt? Impact Wrestling is all about where Christopher Daniels matters. I need to be here. I had to clean up after the ring crew, and now you're accusing me of doing something? What's wrong with you, man? I don't need a screwdriver to beat AJ Styles, and I certainly don't need a screwdriver to beat Bob Van Dam.
Rob, thoughts?
Rob?
Yeah. Look, you're falling. What was that, a screwdriver? Don't you know it's dangerous to pull a screwdriver on Rob Van Dam? Run, Daniels, run! Catch your turning point.
And still to come tonight on Impact Wrestling. It's Immortals Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray joining forces to meet the charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson.
Well, Mike, also still to come, Ronnie from MTV's Jersey Shore will be here tonight.
Introducing first from Katy, Texas, Jesse Sorensen. And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, it's the X Division champion, Austin Aries.
Since returning to Impact Wrestling several months ago, Austin Aries, he has made great strides. AW X Division champion, the big victory over Brian Kendrick, and Austin Aries, that cocky, win-at-all-cost attitude has put him in control of the entire X Division.
There's none with a bigger swagger than Austin Aries. My man, the X Division champion, he walks around like he's God's gift to dirt, to earth itself. And he really believes that, Aries. And when he gets between those ropes, he proves it. He's a tremendous competitor. But he's in there with young Jesse Sorensen, who, well, as we've seen with Jesse, his abilities. Referee Brian Stifler in the ring, who was reinstated by Sting, who was fired originally by Eric Bischoff. Tough kid from Texas, former football player, playing football in the state of Texas. What a great state of Texas.
That's two. We talk about the win-at-all-costs attitude of Austin Aries. As Sorensen with a quick roll-up here.
Wait
a minute. What's this about?
Yes?
Yeah, like Kid Cash? What's going on?
Get yourself a headset. Here, bro. Here. Hold on. Give me a headset. Go right across the mic. It's all right.
You know something, Mike, to me, I come out here for a reason. I come out here because I got something to say. I am sick to death of this little punk, this little disrespectful little boy being in my dressing room, being in my ring. He hasn't learned
What's your problem with him?
What's my problem with him? Look at him. He's I walk through a dressing room. I'm a legend in this sport, in the X Division industry. When I walk through the dressing room, you drop your bag and shake my hand. That's the way it is, and that's the way it's always been. You know that.
Watch his pin attempt by Aries for two.
You know, I'll tell you what, Aries, he knows what it's about. He's been there. He's held a title before, and I think he's going to put this boy where he needs to be just here in a second. Unless he's cheating.
Well, you have shown Jesse Sorensen zero respect.
I don't have to show him anything. Look at this. Talk about stupidity and being just a rookie. Why would you jump out of a perfectly good wrestling ring unless it's on fire?
That's a good point. Well, wait, hold on. Look at this. Look at Aries.
Suicide
dive. Unless you do it like Aries.
Wait, let's take another look at this. Hold on, Cash. Let's take another look at this. Look at the impact right there. Bam! Right in the
because
face.
He did it right.
I hear you. So basically, Cash, you're basically saying Jesse Sorensen, you don't need to respect him. He's got to earn your respect.
He's got to earn the respect like I did. He's never traveled on the road for 15 hours and get ripped off by a promoter. He's never lived out of a styrofoam cooler.
Well, another pin attempt by the champ here for two.
Are you kidding me? Do I really care what this boy is doing? What I care about is getting my respect in this business because I damn well deserve it. And if it's the last thing I got to do, I'm going to either beat him out of this company or I'm going to beat it in here. Look at this.
Sorensen back up to the base. He's going to try and get things rolling here with the elbows.
Look at the knee. Look at the knee.
That's right. Break his leg. Look, I just can't believe you're standing here glorifying this little punk.
I mean, the one thing we appreciate is the never-say-die attitude of Jesse Sorensen.
One thing I can appreciate about this company now is that I started this X Division. I was the greatest X Division champion this company ever had. Austin Aries, I paved the way for you. I paved the way for that little punk. Just like Taz paved the way for me. I showed him respect. Did I not?
Yes, sir, you have. Always.
And that's exactly what this boy is going to do. He's going to get his ass kicked every night that I see him in the parking lot, in the bathroom.
How about this? Offense rolling for Sorensen. Series of knees. Great extension of the legs. Catches him with the drop kick. Quick cover. Got the champ down for just 2 in this non-title match.
Cash, I got to catch. Let me ask you something. Because I've known you a long time, man. I've seen you up and down all the time. And since you come back in Impact Wrestling, you have been just intense more than ever, man. What's driving you?
I learned one thing in this business a long time ago. You people out there don't care about me. The promoters don't care about me. The boys can say they love you, but they don't. They're the first to stab you in the back. And I'll tell you what, I will not live my life one day without gaining respect in this ring like I have for my entire 20-year career. This boy has only, what's he been, a year? A year?
About a year, Jesse Sorensen.
And he thinks he can even be in the ring with a champion? Who gave him that right? Did you give it to him?
I didn't give it to him, no.
He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. And you know this. Kick his face in.
Second time, Aries, full speed drop kick in the corner.
Beat his ass.
I think he's done, man. Cash, I think Sorensen might be done. It looks like
go
right
home.
Now. Yeah, he's got him.
Let's go home.
Quick roll up here. Sorensen on top of Aries.
Did you
hit?
Just tell me it's tight.
Jesse Sorensen.
Holy upset city right there. Big non-title win for Jesse Sorensen over the X Division champion, Austin Aries. And Taz, now it's time for our direct impact of the night. Brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance.
Well, you got to talk about that just high-flying bomb right through those ropes by Austin Aries, right into Jesse Sorensen. But Jesse was able to get the non-title victory.
And that's tonight's direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance. For a free quote, call 877-GO-DIRECT or visit directgeneral.com.
You know what? I should go over there and beat his face in.
Get over here. I don't know what happened.
Listen out there and beat your ass.
Listen.
Let's go talk about this.
I'm going to get my knife is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that little
We gotta
bitch.
talk about this. Sorensen, cat. Who's Jesse Sorensen?
No one.
Nobody.
Well, we know that Ronnie from the Jersey Shore is here tonight. And there's Robbie E. and Robbie T on their way to the ring. Fireworks next on Impact Wrestling.
This is my life, man. You know, and even though it's Bobby, like he's my brother. I'll do anything in this world for him. This is what I worked for 15 years. This is how I make my living. This is how I put food on my table for my daughter. This is me. And tonight, even though he's my brother and I love him to death, this is what it's all about. Plain and simple.
This is something that we've talked about for the last 4 years. Up and down the roads, I mean, what would happen if we actually wrestled each other for the world title? I mean, this is a dream to us. You know, to wrestle for the world title, the biggest prize in this game, to wrestle your best friend. I mean, brothers fight. That's what it's going to be out there. It's all about the world title. He knows that I know it. Opportunities like this don't come along every day.
And I'll wait to see James Storm defend his title against Rude tonight.
Couldn't agree with you more, Taz. World Heavyweight Championship match. It is still to come tonight on Impact Wrestling. But
Whoa.
Okay, fist pumping Robbie E.
Quick version right there. Robbie E and Big Robbie T.
They have certainly had their issues with Eric Young over the course of the past few months. Robbie E, well, he's repeatedly fallen short when challenging EY for the TV championship, but, well, Robbie E and his bouncer, Robbie T.
Sometimes you need a bouncer. That's why it's like a VIP section here in the club. You know what I mean? You're on the other side of that thing, Mike. You know what I mean? At the clubs you go to, the over 50s, they don't even have stanchions like that. They have bodyguards and stuff.
Oh!
Yeah.
You know, they always seem to get the last physical shot in on Eric Young. You know, they didn't believe that Eric knew Ronnie from the Jersey Shore. Maybe they're believers now.
I didn't believe it either. What's the truth?
You know something, bro? I'm cutting right to the chase. Hamster Eric Young, poser Ronnie, come face little Robbie and big Robbie, bro.
got it all. I don't think the Jersey Shore's going to come to Macon. I'm disappointed I'm in Macon, but I digress. But yeah, Ronnie, a very tricky sporting Eric Young title. Which titles Eric have on? He had the old title that he found in the garbage. I'm confused what titles was.
Got a lot of championship belts, a lot of moving parts there.
Hey, you know something? You know something, Ronnie? I don't know why you're hanging out with Grizzly Adams over here. And I don't care, bro. Because, hey, listen to me when I'm talking to you. I've been waiting to come face to face with you for a long time, bro. Because I got to tell you a few things, Ronnie. First of all, I want to tell you that your show, The Jersey Shore, it sucks, bro. And I also wanted to tell you, Ronnie, that I think you suck. And hey, I'm not threatened by you, bro. I've taken out guys that are bigger, badder, and definitely taller than you. So, hey, what I'm trying to tell you, my dude, is that I can kick your ass anytime I want, bro.
Anytime you want. How about right now?
Hey, listen, we don't do things like that around here, bro. We're not going to do it right now. But, hey, this is what I'll tell you. Why don't you, I got this, Big Rob. Why don't you do yourself a favor, okay? Go to the back, hamster. Pack your bag, hamster. Go to your hamster car and get off my turf before I punk your ass like the situation did, bitch.
Whoa. Ronnie from the Jersey Shore, spearing and taking down Robbie E. Big Robbie T. Oh, took Eric Young.
Well, that's the difference maker. Big Robbie T, Big Rob Terry, massive monster.
Look at the bouncer.
Oh, Ronnie's in trouble. Ronnie's about to get his head torn off his body. You ain't never met nobody like this on the Jersey Shore.
Oh, and Robbie E. exposing the back of Ronnie from the Jersey Shore.
Oh, that's Robbie E. just trying to humiliate and embarrass our guest here, Ronnie from the Jersey Shore.
Laying in those shots with the belt across the back of Ronnie. What a statement by Robbie E. and Robbie T. to our guest, Ronnie from the Jersey Shore, and TV champ Eric Young.
So that big equalizer that Robbie E. has in Rob Terry.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, did he just whip him with his belt? First of all, that's weird and totally uncalled for.
What? Yeah, shut up. I'm so sick of you all, man.
It's apparent to everybody here that we're massive television stars. Hey, he's from a little TV show. Maybe you've heard of it, The Jersey Shore. And in case you didn't know, I'm the High Chancellor of Television, master and defender of all things entertainment. Now, I just got to clear this up with my close, personal, family friend, the Stinger.
He's not your friend.
But next week, it's going to be Big Robbie, Little Robbie, EY, and Ronnie. Right here on Impact Wrestling, boys. Let's do it.
Not with that answer.
Ronnie's going to wrestle?
That's not happening. And Robbie E's living about it. Well, EY says he's got to check with his close personal friend, the Stinger.
And it's Sting approved. It's going to be Ronnie from the Jersey Shore and Eric Young against Robbie E. and Robbie T. next week right here on Impact Wrestling. Up next on Impact Wrestling, it's Immortals Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray against two former first, Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, as we return to Impact Wrestling, this is what went down right before the break.
Oh, yeah, it was just a beatdown by Robbie T and Robbie E, but what happened was Eric Young threw out the challenge, and apparently during our break, Sting approved it. So next week, it's going to be EY and Ronnie of the Jersey Shore versus Robbie E and Robbie T. That is next week.
The following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the team of Bully Ray and Jeff Jarrett.
Well, for weeks, right here on Impact Wrestling, also at Bound for Glory, we have seen Bully Ray battle with Mr. Anderson. We have seen Jeff Jarrett brawl with Jeff Hardy. And tonight, this immortal team is going to join forces against two individuals. And yes, they are individuals who formerly were aligned with Immortal.
I guess I'll point out the lovely Vice President of the Knockouts Division, the wife of Jeff Jarrett, the beautiful Karen Jarrett, is as usual by her man's side.
That's why you're here.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, and I think maybe possibly we got a couple two-tree assholes in this building tonight. I hail from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Anderson.
He's hard-headed, he's hard-hitting, and Mr. Anderson, well, he's had the worst time trying to be associated with a group. Not the kind of guy who works well with others, and that was the downfall of his relationship with both Immortal and Bully Ray.
And his tag team partner from Cameron, North Carolina, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Officially reinstated to the Impact Wrestling roster recently. But you know, to me, Taz, a series of fights that Jeff Hardy has had with Jeff Jarrett the past few weeks tells me the charismatic enigma, he is physically ready after months on the sideline.
There's no doubt about that. What a massive reaction for both Anderson and Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma. It don't take much for Jeff Hardy to come back and get in ring shape. I've been in the ring with Jeff Hardy over the years, and trust me, he is a machine in that ring. This should be an interesting matchup here.
Jeff Hardy's fight, the fight to regain respect in the locker room, continually blocked by Jeff Jarrett. Jeff takes it personally that Hardy is back. Jeff Jarrett feels like he was so instrumental in first bringing Jeff Hardy to Impact Wrestling. And I think Jeff Jarrett feels like he deserves the right to block his return.
I think you're right on that. That's definitely been Jeff Jarrett's stance. He's been extremely pissed off. Jarrett, that is, that Hardy's back on the scene here.
Big time, high profile tag team matchup on a night when James Storm defends his World Heavyweight Championship, first title defense for the Cowboys, against his longtime Beer Money tag team partner, best friend, Bobby Roode, and that is on deck. That's still the come. Here we go, tag team action.
Yeah, Bully Ray just putting the beat down right on Jeff Hardy. Speaking of beat downs, how about when we saw Eric Bischoff do to his father, Eric Bischoff? We thought he was going to say, I'm sorry, Dad. Well, he did all that. And he beat the daylight out of his father.
Absolutely shocking turn of events on the part of Garrett Bischoff toward his dad as Jeff Hardy out of the corner. Ooh, able to take over Bully Ray.
Nice quick double leg by Jeff Hardy. How quick this guy moves, man.
Quick pin attempt here.
One fluid motion by Hardy. He is always on point. Bully Ray definitely has the size and power advantage. Hardy right now not looking too quick while he's lying prone on the mat. He said that disdain, that anger, that rage from Jarrett towards Hardy. You can see it.
Just keep thinking about all the situations involving Immortal as we watch their team of Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray. You referenced Garrett Bischoff, who was an Immortal referee, leaving, and the fact that, well, Eric Bischoff went to Sting, offers to use his career as a bargaining chip if he gets a match with Garrett Bischoff against Gunner next week. Also thinking about the fact that Immortal no longer has Hulk Hogan in their faction. You think potentially that Immortal really might be rethinking the treatment that they have had of the Monster Abyss over the course of the past several weeks?
Yeah, that's a good point. They can use all the people they can get right now, Immortal, especially a guy named the Monster. In Abyss, that is. But right now, as we saw, as you were speaking, Mike, Karen Jarrett, she tripped up Jeff Hardy and helped give an advantage to her hubby, not Bully Ray. That would be Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray. So the advantage goes to them thanks to Karen.
Turning the tide in this match, the involvement of the Knockout Vice President as Bully Ray unleashes the shots cross face with the Hardy and then airborne crashing down into the pin. Leg hooked here for 2-0.
See how Bully Ray, there's no wasted motion. You know, Hardy's able to kick out, and Bully gets right on Hardy and tries to basically take his head off his body.
Point to the elbow by Bully Ray to the top of the head of Hardy. Turns things over to his Immortal Tag Team partner, and now this is the chance that, well, Jeff Jarrett has been wanting. We've seen these two brawling for weeks, and now they do get a chance to fight. Jarrett crashes down across the back. Here comes the Jarrett strut. Involvement from the outside illegally by Bully Ray. Anderson comes in, referee Mike Posey keeping Anderson out of this matchup, and now here comes Hardy.
Well, everybody knows it's pretty well documented, the resiliency of Jeff Hardy. So Jarrett barely got to take his eyes off of Hardy.
Backdrop suplex by Hardy on Jarrett. Anderson just sitting on ready on the apron, isn't he?
Oh, Anderson dying to get in that ring. Anderson just wants himself some of Bully Ray after all the history between those two guys. Well, here we have it.
Yeah, this is his chance. The two who squared off and bound for glory in Philadelphia. And that falls count anywhere fight.
Oh, excellent clothesline followed up by a running back elbow. Look at Anderson.
All about the series of moves. The third one, the spinning neck breaker, leads to the pin, and Jarrett in with the double sledge to the save.
Definitely a veteran move by Jarrett, able to save his team a loss.
Jarrett double team shot into the corner, then Hardy right up the back of his partner, Mr. Anderson. Same thing for Bully Ray.
That was nasty. Hardy will fly through the air. Hey, look at this.
Saw the body language, the communication between Mr. Anderson and Jeff Hardy. Bill's going to go high risk. Big punch, Scott Steiner.
Another member of Immortal. Saving his two members of his brotherhood there in Jarrett and Bully Ray.
Referee calls for the bell. Disqualification of the Immortal team. But this is far from over. To the chair. pump. Bully Ray's got a chain. Familiar weapon in the hands of the Bully. Wow. Across the throat and the windpipe of Jeff Hardy.
A heavy steel chain to get blows lined across your esophagus with.
Stroke. Bubble bomb combination from Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray.
Well, Immortal standing tall, giving assist to Big Papa Pump. He helped the boys out there a little bit.
Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson, scored the disqualification win, but a post-match destruction by Immortals Jeff Jarrett and Bully Ray.
Hey, Sting.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Hey, I got a proposition for you. Or actually, your father does. I just had a conversation with him and Ric Flair. He's saying that he will allow me to rewrite his contract. In return, he wants you to wrestle an opponent of his choice. I mean, I've known you since you were 6 years old, Garrett, and you know what? It's against my better judgment. I don't even know what I'm thinking. I don't think it's the right thing to do. Just out of curiosity, where are you with it?
So if I get in the ring and wrestle an opponent of his choice, you get to rewrite his contract.
That's correct.
Interesting. You know what, Sting? I'm good with that.
You know what? Forget it.
No.
You know what? It's the wrong thing to do. I apologize that I said what I said. It cannot happen. It's the wrong move.
Sting, trust me.
No, I can't.
Stinger, please. I'm begging you. Please, trust me. Let me go out there. Let me do this.
You're sure?
100% sure.
Okay. We'll do it.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good.
Taz, did you hear that? Garrett Bischoff is going to wrestle next week on Impact Wrestling?
He's a referee.
The physically impressive 7-foot, 300-pounder Blueprint Matt Morgan, in my opinion, has still trying to get back on track after that injury that took him out of the Bound for Glory series. We saw him compete the three-way match at Bound for Glory with Crimson and Samoa Joe.
Oh, he had a torn pec. Both pectoral muscle is the muscle in your chest. And, I think Matt is just about 100% from it. But you are correct. It can hold you back for a while where you can't really give 100% in there. But Matt looks pretty good. Giant, like I say.
I love each and every one of you guys too. But I'd like to take this time to call Crimson out to the ring, please.
Impact Wrestling in-ring debut back in February. He's 8+ months of an undefeated streak for Crimson, and that unbeaten streak continued at Bound for Glory when he was victorious in the three-way over Samoa Joe and Matt Morgan.
Well, Crimson's undefeated, and he has not been in there with a bunch of, let's face it, ham and eggers. He's been in there with players, man, real contenders. This dude is still undefeated. Very impressive.
I think it's safe to say over the past couple months, we've shared a common enemy in Samoa Joe, right? And you stood up like a man and you had my back just as much as I had yours. But what's funny about it is, through that whole ordeal with Samoa Joe, the most frequently asked question that I get asked by these fans at every single arena we play at, on my Twitter account, literally hundreds of times a day, is when is Crimson finally going to take on the Blueprint? Or let me ask you this, Matt Morgan, can you beat up Crimson? That's the other one. And you know how they say there's no such thing as a stupid question? It's kind of a stupid question, and I'm not even going to dignify it with an answer. You see, Crims, over the past 2 years, I busted my ass to headline multiple pay-per-views for this company that I love. Over the past couple years, I busted my ass to now cemented my name as the top giant in the business, period. There ain't a 7-footer in any organization that could touch what I do in between these ropes. And I damn sure earned every bit of that. But with that being said, hell, I'm willing to play devil's advocate. You know me, I'm an athlete through and through. I get off on competition. So I say, let's give these fans what they want. Let's give these fans this dream match. Let's give these fans Crimson, the irresistible force, finally lock in horns with the immovable object, the blueprint Matt Morgan. What do you say, Crims?
Yeah, they've been blowing my Twitter up too about it, Matt. It seems to be what the people want to see.
Definitely.
And I'm not gonna lie, Matt, it's been in the back of my head too. Because honestly, how could this unbeaten streak be the real deal if I don't take out everybody and anybody, including the best 7-foot giant in wrestling today?
Really?
Let me make something clear, Matt. It's no mystery to me who's gonna win this match. In fact, I'd be willing to bet my bank account on it. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see your challenge, and I'm gonna raise you. Turning point. I'm begging you to show up and bring your A game. Because nobody is ending this streak. Not even you.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I like that confidence displayed right there by Crimson. I like that.
Crimson not afraid of competition. Question is, will his unbeaten streak still be intact after Turning Point on November the 13th?
Well, best friends collide for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. That is next.
I've seen the guys come in and grab their money and try to get out of here. Why guys like me stayed loyal to this company and watch it grow, because one day we knew it was going to be our turn. And right now is my turn.
That victory was a little bittersweet. Robert Roode, you're my best friend in the whole world, but this right here belongs to you.
Everybody who saw Bound for Glory knows that you were screwed out of your chance of your dream.
I trained harder than ever, prepared harder than ever. I went out there, I gave it 130%, 150%. I did what I could do, and I failed.
How about I give you the first crack at this big piece of gold right here I call a belt buckle?
I'm more hungry and more determined now than I've ever been in my career. This is a new chapter. I've had great success with Beer Money Incorporated and James Storm, great success. But now it's time for me to move forward with my career and to go for something that I've wanted my entire career, and that's a World Heavyweight Championship.
We're still Beer Money. It doesn't matter that I'm the World Heavyweight Champion. We are still Beer Money. We're the greatest tag team in the world, and that's never going to end.
I have another opportunity to live my dream and become a #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship.
What a courageous effort by Bobby Roode in becoming the #1 contender. I can't wait. Bobby Roode, James Storm, World Heavyweight title. Tonight's main event is sponsored by 5 Hour Energy, the no-wait, no-hassle way to a great morning. Visit 5hourenergy.com. And up next on Impact Wrestling, it is our main event, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Bobby Roode take Kurt Angle to the limit and bound for glory in the world title match. But after Angle screwed Roode, taking a shortcut to Philly, Angle screwed Roode. He throws him out contractually in a return match, but fortunately for Roode, the new authority figure Sting agreed to put him in that #1 contenders match against Samoa Joe last week. The victory by Roode catapulted into the spot. #1 contender to his long-time Beer Money tag team partner and best friend.
Best friend and more like brothers, Mike, as you know. So Bobby Roode gets a shot at his best friend's title right now.
Creeks running. Moonshine sipping. Beer skinning. Beer drinking. Johnny Cash listening.
It was 2 weeks ago tonight in Orlando, Florida, when history was made when Cowboy James Storm pinned Kurt Angle, became world champion in Storm's first title shot. It kicks off the era of the Cowboy in Impact Wrestling. And think of the irony that when Storm makes his initial defense of the world championship tonight, very first challenger, the man who's been his tag team partner for the past 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, it is irony. You're right. It's tough sledding, though, in my opinion, for the champion, James Storm, because he's facing Bobby Roode, someone who might know him so well in that ring. But then again, the champion, James Storm, he knows Roode just as well, one would assume.
To send it to Jeremy Borash for the official introduction of our world title match in our Impact Wrestling main.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening. This matchup is brought to you by 5-Hour Energy, the no-wait, no-hassle way to a great morning. Visit 5hourenergy.com. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Macon, Georgia, it's time for your heavyweight championship bout of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first of all the challenger. He comes to us from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He weighed in this morning at 231 pounds. He is Bobby Roode. Introducing, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 233 pounds and comes to us from Leapers Fork, Tennessee. He is the current reigning and defending heavyweight champion of the world, the Cowboy, James Storm.
I guess you know where the home field advantage goes, huh? We're down here in the dirty South, so, you know, that's what it's all about right there, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Well, I never would have thought I would see arguably the greatest tag team in our industry in beer money come to this point here where they're battling for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Taz, let's talk about the familiarity and the potential for predictability with these two guys squaring off that have been tag team partners. Think of the view that James Storm had of Bobby Roode and vice versa from the ring apron. watching their partner for the past 4 years, dissecting every move from just a few feet away.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's not just that. I mean, it's a matter of being in a car and traveling with a guy and being in a gym and training him and sharing hotel rooms. I mean, all the years, the months, the weeks, and whatnot of just being together more than what your own spouse and see your own kids or with your partner on the road. These guys know each other so well.
Let's talk in-ring styles between the two competitors. First, the challenger, Bobby Roode. I think his offense, very diverse. You see that he specializes in, well, a lot of suplexes and definitely submissions.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Roode is like a Porsche, man. He's like a well-oiled machine. He's precision personified. That's what Bobby Roode is. Tremendous tactician. Look for that right there. Storm able to get out of the way of that high knee drop.
Well, there it is.
Same thing in mind.
As we mentioned off the top, the familiarity of these two men coming into play here in the early going. Quick leg sweep as both men go for the pins and both stand at the ready with mutual respect. Let's talk about James Storm, the Cowboy, the defending champion. His style, I think maybe the more physical of the two, especially from a striking standpoint. He likes to use strikes to weaken, to set up his opponent for that last call super kick that won him the world title.
Totally agree. I mean, listen, if Bobby Roode is a precision perfectionist in that ring, then you know what? James Storm, the TNA World Champion, he's like a maverick in there. He's like a wild horse. You never know what he's going to do. That's just his style, man. That's what Storm is about. Both men exchanging holds here. Both trying to get some wrist control and control the left arm. Nice deep arm drag out of the arm ringer by Bobby Roode.
Great competitive matchup in our Impact Wrestling main event. More of James Storm and Bobby Roode for the World Heavyweight Championship right after this. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Impact Wrestling. This is our main event matchup. World Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance. Defending title holder, Cowboy James Storm, putting that gold on the line for the very first time. And his opponent, the challenger, his longtime Beer Money Tag Team partner, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode right there trying to get some momentum going, but the world champion James Storm just second nasty chop.
Seeing that competitive spirit and competitive nature of these two. And you gotta love it.
I'm sure these guys have wanted to do this to each other for a while. Sometimes when you are a great tag team and you travel over the world together, you train in gyms all over the world, you get to a point where you're sick of the guy too.
Well, this
speaking from experience.
But factor in what's at stake here. The World Heavyweight Championship, and that's really going to bring out the competitive nature of Storm. Catches Roode with the knee, goes for the pin, and gets two. Think about it, next week. And not only Garrett Bischoff, former referee, is I guess, scheduled to wrestle, but also Ronnie from the Jersey Shore. He's going to be in the ring, Taz.
Yeah, Ronnie from the Jersey Shore going to actually be in the ring wrestling, tagging up with Eric Young against Robbie T and Robbie E. So that's going to be something to see next week. But right now, the world title is at stake here, and the champion James Storm is in control. And I said earlier at the beginning of the show that I gave an opinion. I felt like James Storm was in trouble here against that man right there, Bobby Roode. And I feel that way because I feel like Bobby Roode has just really felt like he said, he got screwed over at Bound for Glory against Kurt Angle, where he should have won the championship, but he didn't. And I just think this might be the time here for Bobby Roode to try and catch a win on his partner, but that remains to be seen.
Both champion and challenger said in the pre-match comments that they were going to bring it, and Storm and Roode certainly have to this point. Attempt potentially here, corner suplex, Taz.
Yeah, big-time super duperplex about to come here. Tippy top rope. Tippy top rope, heads up.
Storm connects with that superplex off the top.
To your point, both men putting 150% into this match, into each other, trying to win. Take a look right now. What I'm saying is that they're both They're both going to leave it all out in the ring, and we wouldn't expect anything less from these two. That's why they're at the level and the point of their careers they're at.
Referee Brian Hebner putting in the count that has now reached 8. Storm on his knees, Rude as well, and Storm connects with the right. Rude answers, and now they exchange big right hands mid-ring.
Let's go punch for punch here. Champ and challenger slugging it out. Talk about the spirit of competition. Oh my God. That was a haymaker, huh?
Absolutely quick reversal. Storm got the momentum springing off the ropes. The forearms, the clotheslines. And back to the offense. Here's goes Rude for the ride and then taken high overhead with the back body.
Cowboy James Storm, the World Heavyweight Champ, just sent the challenger Bobby Roode for a big ride on that big backdrop. That quick Roode is got to that second rope. Oh, God.
Snaps the neck of the champ. Here's the pin attempt. Challenger on top for 2 and just 2.
A little frustration building in the eyes and the facial expression of the challenger, Bobby Roode.
This time, it's Rude who takes Storm out to the apron and then the kick from outside.
Well placed.
By Storm, caught him flush.
Well placed in the back of the beam right there by Cowboy James Storm.
A dazed Bobby Roode is going to be caught. Cross body block off the top. Momentum of Roode throws him through for a near fall.
Whoa, we almost crowned the new champ right there. Excellent counter by Bobby Roode.
Challenger right back on it. Storm has an answer. Ducks the clothesline and then stabs him right in the back. Here's Storm on top. Champ gets 2 and on the verge of 3. That was close.
Talk about stacking your opponent up on the back of his neck and shoulders. Excellent pin cover, pin attempt by the TNA World Champion, Cowboy James Storm.
You talked about the frustration that was on the face of the challenger, Bobby Roode, and there you saw the champ questioning the cadence of the count from the referee. Thought he had 3, and it was awfully close.
Well, you get to a point in a match with an opponent sometimes where you feel like I had him beat. Let's end this thing right now. How much more do we got to do to this fella? And that's what it kind of seems like. The guy gets frustrated with this, like, look at this.
Eye of the Storm, but Roode able to drop down and then double R spinebuster punch the champ. Roode on top. Here's 2.
Again, we saw Bobby Roode victorious in the #1 contenders match against Samoa Joe. That was not easy either. As we said earlier, Mike, as you said, I should say, Bobby Roode earned this opportunity. No shortcut.
Great call by our new authority figure, Sting. Running clothesline by Storm. Takes not only Roode out to the floor, but also the momentum carries the champ down too.
Yeah, both men, or at least one man, I should say, needs to try get to a vertical base and get inside the ring to avoid getting counted out. And if you're James Storm and you get a count-out victory, it's not the worst thing in the world. You're going to hold the title, but I don't think James Storm's built that way. You know, Roode don't want to get counted out.
Storm and Roode trying to get back in before the count.
Ref's up to 8, Mike. The Storm is in the ring, breaks the count. Stop it. Storm stop Bobby Roode in his tracks.
Prepared.
Nice counter. Look at that arm bar. Trying to get a crossface. He's got it.
Talk about a submission specialist. Bobby Roode. So many victories in recent months with submission. Wow. Could be it right here. Storm fighting through the pain. He's going to tap. He's going to tap. How the referee turned towards the bell ringer.
It's almost as if Bobby Roode doesn't want to put his boy in pain, man. He wants him just to tap out. Storm's not going to just tap out.
Storm out of the corner of his eye. Sees how close he is to the ring rope. Reaching out his hand. Still inches away from making contact with the rope.
Counter.
Great move by Roode to stop the potential, but then he uses the leg, does Storm, and the champ gets the rope break.
Great ring awareness, ring presence by the TNA World Champion, Cowboy James Storm, to put his foot on that rope to break that nasty submission. You see Bobby Roode not keeping that thing on any longer than it had to be. But Storm has got to be feeling the effects of his deltoids, his shoulders, and biceps from that hold. Hell of a match we got here.
Super competitive World Heavyweight Championship match in our Impact Wrestling main event. And now, it's the challenger, Bobby Roode, who's got Storm in a precarious position. Gonna try and snap him back into the ring with a suplex.
Yeah, Storm putting the brakes on. Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, Storm having a hard time following up. The champ can't follow up.
Still able to counter out of the corner from the top. Storm drops Roode, and now he's gonna go high risk. Elbow off the top. Storm covers, gets two.
And that was close right there. Bobby Roode almost got pinned straight up. Where Storm will retain his championship.
Everything that we expected, everything we anticipated in this world title match between the longtime partners, and it looks like the champ, it looks like the Cowboy is warming up that leg for the last call.
Okay, while he catches Roode with this last call super kick, Roode's done!
Stop, blocked by Roode.
Well, for the Fisher, for the Fisher.
That was countered to block by Storm.
Whoop.
Oh! Sidestep. By Storm, and Roode crashes into the corner.
What happened? The referee got...
Looks like he tweaked or hurt his knee. Brian Hebner favoring the leg. Storm recovering in the ring. The same for the challenger, Bobby Roode, outside of the ring.
Yeah, well, right now, looks like Bobby Roode is the one who's... Basically, looks like he's...